What's up everybody, it's Coach JB. Today we are doing a shooting workout from Duncan Robinson. Everything is going to be based off of 3 different clips. The first one was coming off a staggered screen. The second, he's shaking up from the corner and shooting behind the screen. And then the last one, he's going to come off of a handoff and then rip back in the opposite direction. Let's get started.
Ariza will save the ball. And Reggie under 4 to go here in the second quarter. I'm assuming you've been in games like this where you've just been pulverized.
All right, Duncan's up here on the wing. We're going to do some dribble handoff shooting here. You'll notice that he accidentally messes up here at first. He goes too early, so he stops himself. And then he resets, and he's going to run off of this dribble handoff. And when he does that, he's going to set it up to where he can jump straight up and down. If we run it back, you'll see how he does this. When he comes off, he uses a right-left pivot so he can jump straight up and down. It's really important that you do that. That balance is going to help you get off an efficient shot. So checking out how we're going to drill it here. Again, start out on the wing, spin it out, set them up, right-left pivot, right into your shot. Now, it's okay if you sway forward, but you don't want to fade. You don't want to fade left and right. All right, so when you go off of this, again, spin it out for yourself, set them up, right left pivot, jump straight up and down. Your goal here again is going to be able to make 3 in a row. Just make sure that you're focusing on having quality reps. Alright, so to sum it up, we are going to start out on the wing. Set your defender up before you go running off of the dribble handoff. When you come off of the dribble handoff, come off with an inside pivot. If you're going to the left, it's a right-left pivot running to the left, and it's a left-right pivot running to the right, and jump straight up and down. And lastly, again, our goal is to make 3 in a row.
Last 2 games, Milwaukee has dominated the Heat.
Well, the defensive scheme compared to last year is totally different. You see.
All right, first up, notice that Duncan Robinson is being pushed out of bounds. High-level shooters and high-level players are going to demand extra attention. So you're either going to have to get into the weight room or figure out a way to play through this because refs aren't going to give you the foul call. Next, notice that he runs tight off of these screens. That makes his defender get hit by those screens. And then when he catches the ball, he dribbles with his inside hand. And then afterwards gets his balance so he can jump straight up and down. So let's look at how we're going to drill this. First of all, start underneath that basket and give a little bit of a move to get open. Afterwards, remember you're running tight off of these screens and then throw the ball out, so this way you're simulating that handoff. And then it's an inside hand dribble, and do your best to jump straight up and down. You see on this first one, I kind of sway a little bit. So again, here we're coming tight off of this screen, throw it out, catch, dribble with that inside hand straight up and down. Now your goal here is going to be able to make 3 shots in a row, and afterwards you can switch sides, but if you just want to go to this direction today, that's perfectly fine. So to sum it up, for this drill you're going to change your pace to mess with the defender. Get them off of you, run tight off of those screens so this way they hit them, toss the ball out to simulate that handoff. When you catch it, dribble with your inside hand, and again, try to make sure that you're jumping straight up and down. Focus on getting to that spot, and your goal is to make 3 in a row.
To finish with the left hand.
Milwaukee on a 14-4 run. They're holding Miami to 31% shooting in this first half. Robinson got space.
All right, so we see Duncan Robinson is starting at about the second hash, and he's going to come up, and when he comes up, he's going to stop, and that just freezes the defender, so this way he can create space. And when he comes off of this handoff, he's going to read the defender, and the defender went under, so he's going to rip back in the direction he came from, stepping right, left, and jumping straight up and down. All right, so again, we're going to start at the back of the volleyball line when we drill this, and when we come out of it, we're going to step up and pause for a second, and then spin the ball out for ourselves. Now when we come off the handoff, if you notice, I'm holding down my left foot. This is called a cheat step. We're going to use this to get into our right-left footwork. It's just a more efficient way to move your body and to stop. So again, come up, pause for a second, spin it out, cheat step, right-left, straight up and down for your shot. And again, one last time, pause at the top, spin it out, cheat step, right-left, shot. Now, if you're struggling with this footwork, just work on it without shooting the ball. Spin the ball out and go through that cheat step where you hold down your left foot. And now step right left to get into your shot. You'll see it one last time, spin it out, cheat step, right left. And your goal for this drill is to make 3 in a row. Alright, so to sum it up, you're going to start at the back of the volleyball line, or that hash that's just below the elbow. Change your speeds to mess with the defender. This is going to help you create that space. Use a cheat step behind the screen. And remember, when you go behind that screen, what you're working on is reading that defender. And you see that they cheat under, so you're going to rip back and you're going to step right left in the same direction that you came from. And lastly, a reminder, your goal is to make 3 in a row. Lastly, I like to finish all of my shooting workouts by swishing 3 free throws in a row. You don't have to do this, it's not required, but I do suggest that you try it. Make sure that you have a routine and try to keep it simple.